Hello, everyone. How does it feel to be here this afternoon? Looks great, right? I'm sure you woke up well from your comfortable beds, jumped into the shower, brushed your teeth, then took one of your best clothes for this occasion. Looks nice. I did the same this morning, see? But tell me this, how do you feel? You travel home this evening, highly inspired, but a little tired also. And you feel hungry. You go into the kitchen to look for something to eat. You go and open the first cupboard door, it runs quick. You look inside, nothing to eat. You go to this other one, the sound goes quick. You look inside again, nothing, no food today. You have to go hungry. Not because you forgot to buy the foodstuffs at the market. No, it is because you don't have the means to put food on your table. So you have to go hungry this night. Yes, this happened to me on many occasions during my childhood. I grew up in the western side of Kenya near the Great Lake Victoria, where poverty is so high. 63% of the people living along this lake live below a budget of $1 a day, and life is very difficult. To survive in my family, my mother used to prepare a local alcoholic brew. This alcoholic brew looks like porridge. So when you look at it, it is totally porridge. But there is alcohol content in it. But since there is nothing in this house today, this is the only thing that my mother would give me, a portion of it, to take, just to stop my intestines from quarreling aloud. Then I would run to school for my afternoon lessons. What happens is that when I'm in school, there are two things here. I would either go to sleep in class or be too drunk to study. This was because there was no option in my life. I was a child. I was a child and there was no way out except to survive under this circumstance. I struggled with my education through college. Then fortunately enough, I got employment in an orphanage in a neighboring district. This orphanage was offering services to HIV and AIDS orphaned children. And I felt so happy seeing that somebody was doing something to help this younger generation who are really suffering. And their numbers keep increasing in my community every day because of the high HIV prevalence rate in Nyanza province, where I come from. According to the government statistics released in August 2013, the HIV prevalence rate in Kenya stands at 6.3%. And according to statistics released by UNICEF 2011, 2.6 million children in Kenya are orphaned. And 33.2% of this population of 2.6 live in Nyanza province, where I come from. So you can imagine what magnitude of orphaned children we have here. So many. I felt and wished on many occasions when I was working in that organization that I would get a chance to bring some of my own community children into this organization so that they could also benefit from the services being offered here. But that was never to be. The geographical coverage for admissions into that orphanage barred my district because I come from Kisumu and this organization is in Bondo. So I couldn't bring any, and I felt sad inside. Because the children in my community were suffering from the poverty index which is so high. These children are highly stigmatized because they have lost both parents. And as if that is not enough, the society treats them as if they are outcasts in their own community. So sad. I felt pain. And that marked the beginning of my dream to start a project in my own community to help these destitute children. In 2011, my wife Rosemary and I co-founded Hope Restoration Center in my community to help these children. As I stand here today, Hope Restoration Center has 30 children in the program. We take them through psychosocial support services every Wednesday and Saturday, twice a week, to help them feel like normal children. With the help of volunteers, community-inspired and highly motivated community volunteers, we have been helping them for these 2.5 years. And now, we wish to bring a new intervention into our program for life transformation, which will directly impact on the lives of these children, far from the other psychosocial support services which we have been giving them. How do we want to do this? We want to take these children in this life transformation through storytelling. We start with storytelling. The storytelling will develop into role play. The role play will develop into theater play. At the end, covering all these activities, will develop a film for our organization. For storytelling, we'll expose our children, encourage them to tell their own personal stories in front of their own peers, naturally and passionately. Out of the stories that they tell us, we'll help them choose one or two, which we feel are most interesting and highly interactive, and we'll ask the same children to act out the parts of these stories. That is the role play stage. We shall empower them. We shall make them feel like acting in the role plays, so that we develop a theater play, which we shall now use to show to the community. We want to kill two birds here. One, we want these children to grow full of confidence. We want to bring back their confidence. And at the same time, we want to use what they have produced to show to the community, so that the community can see for themselves that the children whom they treated as outcasts, because their fathers and mothers died of HIV and AIDS, have something unique, something important. They have talent, and that an orphaned child has strength in him. Ladies and gentlemen, our work at Hope Restoration Center has never been easy. I can remember very well, one time in my life when I was still young, I was a very shy boy. I couldn't stand in front of you the way I do it these days. But when I was in high school, one of my literature in English teachers called me one afternoon and told me that, Stephen, we have a set book here which we want the students to role play in, and then you act it out. I took part in it. Unfortunately enough, this talent of acting and dancing made me join my college's drama club. We went to perform in front of our president, Moi, by then. And we performed so well. That's why when I stand here, I feel so happy that I can even dance a little. Do like that, simply to keep faith. And you would be surprised if you just play small music and then you see the bones running around. You would be surprised. My dear friends, Hope Restoration Center has not had a smooth sailing for these last 2.5 years. We've had times when we could despair, but we've always kept the faith, believing that this is the best we can give for humanity. And for total transformation at Hope Restoration Center, we want to introduce a partial residential section in our program to help the most needy children. We'll start small, but at the end of the day, we want to give these children a home atmosphere where they can overcome internalized stigmatization in them, they can overcome the discrimination from the society, and they can as well also overcome self-stigmatization that has been put on them by the society. Have a look at this. Look at this picture. If you look at this picture, look at the faces properly. Is it possible to see a difference on the faces of these children from normal children with their parents? No. Happy, confident, with broad smiles, because their hope has been restored. This is the vision I have for the orphans in Kenya. This is the vision I have for the orphans in Hope Restoration Program. Thank you so much.